Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the Maybelline Master Camo Sticks. I found these at Shoppers Drug Mart the other day. To be quite honest with you, whenever I go to a Shoppers Drug Mart or Walmart in general, I have never seen these anywhere. I've always thought that they were sold in the States, they weren't sold here, you would have to get them online. So when I saw these, I freaked out. I'm like, oh my gosh, they actually have it here. So my assumption is that only select stores sell certain things, which kind of sucks because who has the time to go to every single Shoppers Drug Mart or Walmart just to find certain things, you know? So I was lucky enough that I found these at my Shoppers Drug Mart around my workplace. I need to kill some time during lunch, so I went there and I found these. So I do think they have about 5 or 6 colors. So there was the green one, there's this apricot one, there was a red one, a lavender, a yellow one. So the red one is for more intense dark circles rather than the apricot one. My dark circles aren't that bad, so I didn't really feel to get the red one. So the yellow and the lavender was to correct dullness. I don't really think I have any dullness around my face. Nor do I think that it really does anything, to be quite honest. Maybe it does with other people, but for me, I don't really see anything. And of course, the green, as we all know, corrects redness. So I haven't opened these up or anything. This is the first time. And just an FYI, these do retail. Well, the Shoppers Drug Mart is sold a little differently than a Walmart or anywhere else, but for Shoppers Drug Mart's price, it was for $15.99. And I'm sure if Walmart sold these, it would be maybe like 10 bucks, probably. I don't know if Walmart sells them, to be quite honest, but if they do, that's my assumption. But just to let you guys know, the Shoppers Drug Mart sells them for $15.99. Done the foundation. I filled in my brows a little bit because I microbladed them. There are still some light areas, so I wanted to even that out. I haven't done any concealer yet because I wanted to try these out. Alright, so for $15.99 you do get 0.05 fluid ounces or 1.5 ml. And this is what the applicator looks like. A rounded tip. I think it's because it's easier to go into the eye sockets. This is a twisty, so you would have to twist up quite a bit before the product comes out. Hopefully I don't twist up too much. There we go. So it does feel very creamy. I don't think the applicator is my favorite. Yeah, so it feels very creamy. I look like a crazy person right now. So I think this is enough. Do I have any redness? I do have a bit of redness around like the edges of my nose. Right around my nose right there. I don't think the applicator is good for blending. It's good for just applying it on, but if you want to blend that out everywhere to kind of sheer it, it's kind of terrible. It's not that soft as well. I wish it was a little bit softer, but that's just my personal preference. So these are mainly like my focus areas where I have dark circles and where my face is really red. I'm gonna go in with my sponge to see how this blends out. So with the sponge, it looks like it's blending out pretty well. So I wonder if it'll blend better with my finger. I may have put a little bit too much product, but oh well, we're gonna conceal this anyways. So you can blend this out with your finger, but I feel like with the sponge, it shears it out a little bit so that I don't have like that intense apricot color. So I would prefer the sponge. And then for around my nose. So I feel a little bit stupid. While I was applying these and blending everything out, my camera died. I have a tendency not to charge my battery the day before I film. Anyway, so I got a chance to wear this for a full day. It's like 5:15 right now, and looking at myself in the mirror, it doesn't look like it affected my concealer in any way, shape, or form. Still looks like how my concealer usually looks throughout the day. A couple things I want to mention is that the apricot color, it is pigmented. This thing is pigmented. As I mentioned, my dark circles aren't that bad. I didn't really need to put that much of this product on my face. I don't know, I tend to do these things. I usually go overboard and not go a little bit at a time, even though in my mind I'm like, okay, a little bit, but then I overwork it. But anywho, so this is very pigmented. If your dark circles aren't that noticeable like mine, I would suggest putting like a tiny amount under your eyes, because as you saw, like I put a crap load and it was still opaque even though I blended it out. Even when I was putting on the concealer, I was trying to hide it because the color was still peeking through. So word of advice for those of you who don't have extreme dark circles, maybe just a dot, a dab, and just blend it out and you would be fine. Just don't overdo it. I don't know why they would make a red color, because I'm assuming if this is very like pigmented and opaque as it is, just imagine the red one. I have no idea how severe dark circles could be. Like, of course they could be like non-existent to like blue, purple, and whatnot, but I don't think that you really need the red one, in my personal opinion. I think the apricot color is good enough, but that's just my opinion. But once again, if you really have bad dark circles, then go with the red one. But if you're like me, whose dark circles aren't that intense, I would just recommend the apricot color. I keep mentioning this, I'm like a broken record. This is freaking pigmented as hell. It could be good and bad. Once again, it could be good for those of you who have like really bad dark circles. It could cover it up very well, or it could be bad for those of you who don't have like extreme intense dark circles under your eyes. But for $15.99, like I don't think this is a bad product at all. This is very good. The green concealer, on the other hand, it's not sheer, but it's not that opaque, but it does the job. So I like this a lot. Like, I do see that it does cover the redness around like my nose here. Do I necessarily need this for myself? Not really, but you know what, just in case, who knows, I'll probably have some redness somewhere else on my face, so I could always like go back to this and it's like in my drawer somewhere. In terms of my dark circles, I could always go to this. Like, there are some days where it's more extreme than others, so I guess whenever my dark circles are really bad, I'll just put a little bit more product. If not, I'll just put like a dot. Basically, do I really like these? Yeah, I do. So once again, for $15.99, they're not bad. Probably the only thing that I would change if I was Maybelline is just to make the cushion a little bit more softer, because applying it does feel a little bit rough, especially when we're putting this right under the delicate parts of our face, which is under our eyes, obviously. So that's the only thing I would probably change. Other than that, the packaging I love. It doesn't have any unusual smells to it at all, so that's a plus. But yeah, so I don't really have any terrible things to say about it, other than make sure you have a light hand if you have light dark circles. Keep that in mind. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. It's supposed to be a first impressions, but clearly it wasn't because my camera died. But in any case, I still hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to follow me on my social media, my Instagram, my Snapchat, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!